everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Priyanka. I hope you guys are having a wonderful vacation holiday season because I am having a blast and I wanted to share an update with you. And that is I am currently in India. Yes, I'm in India with my family and I've met them after 2 years, and I can't tell you how happy I am because initially when I moved to Norway, my plan was to see my family after 6 months, but due to COVID, that never happened, that never culminated. So eventually after 2 years, I'm meeting my family and it was very emotional. I didn't update anything on social media because it was my personal time and I just wanted to spend some quality time with my family. So now that I spent some time, and I think this video needs to go out because it can be really helpful for people. Because I remember when I was planning to travel from Oslo to Delhi, I was looking for information, I was looking for leads because these are crazy times during COVID. Every week, there are new developments going on, new rules, new regulations. You got to keep a tab over all your sources, what the government is saying, what the airlines are saying, your friends, your family. And I remember I was posting at so many different channels, media, social media handles, groups, and with lakhs of people, but I was getting, barely few leads, and it was very frustrating. So now I think that this video is going to be helpful for you. So as a friend, I'm posting it to you so that whoever is watching this, whoever intends to travel way back in India, this can be helpful for you. I might share my experience with you, some handy tips that you might keep in mind and might be helpful for you. So let's begin with this video. Let's talk about my journey from Norway to India, how to travel, and my experience so far. Let's begin. So I traveled from Oslo to Delhi on 20th December this month, and I can tell you that Norway has been declared as an at-risk country along with rest of Europe by India due to the presence of Omicron variant. What does that imply? That implies that when you land at Delhi airport, I'm speaking for Delhi airport because that is where I landed. I live in Delhi. So I don't know about other states because different states have different rules. But if you're flying down to Delhi, this video is for you. So what does that mean? If Norway is at-risk country for India, then the moment you land at Delhi airport, it is mandatory for you to undergo RT-PCR test. Yes. So my suggestion to you would be book it online. Don't wait till for the time you land at Delhi. Get it booked online. You will have two options. One is express RT-PCR, which will cost you around 3,500 and you will have to wait for 90 minutes, but we got it in an hour. The other option is the regular RT-PCR, which will cost you 500 and the results will be out in 6 to 8 hours, which ideally no one opts for. Everybody opts for express PCR because nobody wants to wait for 6 to 8 hours at the Delhi airport. So my suggestion to you would be book your express RT-PCR test online before flying. It will be helpful for you. And the second thing is, the twist in the story is that apart from RT-PCR, which is mandatory now at the Delhi airport, you will be supposed to undergo a mandatory home quarantine. It doesn't matter whether your results are positive or negative. If they're positive, obviously you will be undergoing institutional quarantine. But in spite of the fact that if your results are negative, it will be mandatory for you to undergo a 7-day home quarantine. And within those 7-day home quarantine period, you're not supposed to go out of the house because let me tell you from my experience, what happened with me was that the healthcare department was constantly, keeping an eye on us, calling us up and following up with us. Apart from that, even the local cops were calling us, checking on us, and they even told us that they will drop by someday randomly to check on us, and they actually did visit my home to check on us. They clicked up pictures, asked our names, and to ask for our IDs. They did a thorough check. So this time, the government and all the authorities are actually following up on a very strict basis. So you can't really try to outsmart the law. Don't try it. You will land in a soup if you try to outsmart the law. Don't try to break the home quarantine rules because you will find in yourself unnecessary cudgels and unnecessary issues. So my advice to you would be plan your visit accordingly, keeping in mind that you will be undergoing a 7-day quarantine so that you can accordingly plan your entire visit to India. It shouldn't be like that you come here, you see that the 7-day quarantine period is there and your entire schedule gets haywire. So plan your visit accordingly. You will have to undergo a 7-day mandatory quarantine, and then within that quarantine period, the cops and the healthcare department will be constantly following up with you, and they will also pay you a home visit randomly. So be prepared for that. On the 8th day, again, on 8th day after your mandatory 7-day home quarantine period, you are supposed to undergo an RT-PCR test, express one, so that if you go out, you want to visit out and you want to get in touch with the world, you are again negative. So this time around, they have laid a lot many rules, a lot many regulations to ensure that nobody really, the virus does not get, doesn't spread, and it's pretty much contained. So on 8th day morning, you're supposed to schedule a RT-PCR test by your own and then send it to your local COP. So what happened with me is, on my 8th day, I scheduled a RT-PCR test at home with Dr. Path Lab. The people came to my home and they did a test, and within 12 to 24 hours, the result comes. And the moment it comes, you're supposed to send that report to your local COP, who will be in touch with you throughout the time, so that you're safe and safe to go out. You get a white flag and you can do a trip without any hassles. Yes, there are certain checkpoints that you're supposed to overcome, and then that is for our good, for the greater good, then everybody is safe and sound. So I really appreciate this move, that everybody is being watched, and they're pretty vigilant this time around. So yeah, so once you land, you will have to undergo an RT-PCR test. That's step 1. Step 2 is home quarantine for 7 days. Step 3 is, on the 8th day, you are supposed to undertake an RT-PCR test on your own and send the report to the local COP, who will be in touch with you. Other than this, you're supposed to keep in mind certain things. It doesn't matter which part of the globe you're flying from, at risk or non at risk. These things will be same for everybody. It applies to everybody. Which is, number 1, you're supposed to have an RT-PCR report not more than 72 hours before your flight departure time. That is number 1. Number 2 is, you're supposed to fill out the Air Suvidha form and keep a printout of the same with you at the time of departure. It will be, it will help you through your journey. It will elevate the process and make it smoother for you. That is what I can tell you from my own experience, that if you keep the printout of all the documents, be it your, vaccination, double vaccination certificate, be it your RT-PCR report, be it your Air Suvidha form, if you keep these 3 documents with you at the time of your departure, it will definitely help you, because it will, at the airport, I was flying via Qatar Airways, and we had a layover at Doha for around 2.5 hours. So when I was flying from Oslo, these 3 printouts helped me through my journey. The process was faster, smoother. So I want to tell you, keep a printout of all the documents, of all the certificates. It will definitely help you. It will make the process smoother and faster. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to reach out to all the parents, all the families who are in a state of anxiety and getting these sleepless jitters because their family, loved ones, kids, dear ones, are traveling. I would like to tell you guys that if you are a law-abiding citizen, if you follow the rules, the system has been designed in a way that is traveler friendly, and you will be absolutely safe and sound. There will be no issues whatsoever. You just have to apply your common sense and follow the law. Keep in mind that you wear the mask all the time, apart from when you're having your meals. Keep your mask on, stay away from people as much as possible, maintain social distancing, keep your hands sanitized, keep a sanitizer in your pocket, be responsible. If you do things in a conscious manner, you will be absolutely fine. Because I underwent this journey and I was absolutely fine. I was exhausted because of the journey, not because of the process. There is nothing to worry about. Just follow the system and you'll be absolutely fine. So all the families, all the parents who are really anxious, looking forward to meet all their kids, I would like to tell you that it's absolutely safe to travel. Just keep in mind that there shouldn't be any fear mongering as such. I know these are little, tricky times, but let's support each other. Because I remember when I was traveling, my mom was totally in a state of anxiety. So I want to calm down all the mothers out there whose kids are flying down. Just keep your papers in check, just follow the rules and you'll be absolutely fine. So I stole a few minutes from my schedule to put this information out on the internet and help you guys in my little way possible. So if you liked today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments and queries about today's video and about the travel part, do leave them below on my comment segment. I will happily address them. And until next video, I'll be back shortly with more cool content. This is Priyanka Wali signing off and also wishing you guys a wonderful, fantastic new year. See you soon in 2022. Bye bye.